Last time, we uncovered how the samurai treated sleep as an extension of their training, ritualized, precise, and deliberate. But there's a side to their practice that's even more fascinating. While most people today drift into random, chaotic dreams, the samurai harnessed their dreams. They believed the night wasn't an escape from reality. It was another battlefield. And on that battlefield, they trained their minds as fiercely as they trained their bodies. In samurai philosophy, the mind is never idle. Even in sleep, it's either sharpening or dulling. Dreams were not dismissed as meaningless. They were seen as mirrors of one's mental discipline. If your mind wandered chaotically in dreams, it reflected a lack of control in waking life. They inherited this concept from both Zen Buddhist practice and Shinto beliefs. The idea that the dream world is a realm where your subconscious reveals your weaknesses and strengths. Some samurai even kept dream journals, an unusual habit for warriors to track recurring patterns and identify emotional blind spots. The core of the samurai dream discipline was what we'd call today lucid dream induction, but their approach was rooted in pre-sleep mental priming. Before lying down, the samurai would focus their mind on a single scenario, a duel, a diplomatic negotiation, or a personal goal. The aim wasn't to force the exact dream, but to set a mental compass for the night. They called this Yumi no Michibiki, guiding the dream. This wasn't about escapism, it was mental rehearsal. A warrior could practice a sword draw 1,000 times in waking life and another 1,000 times in the dream state, all without physical strain. Modern sports psychology has proven that visualization activates similar neural pathways to physical practice. The samurai figured this out centuries ago. One famous application of dream discipline was the Kage no Shobu, or shadow duel. A samurai would intentionally dream of facing an opponent, real or imagined, under difficult conditions. The rules were simple. No matter the surprise, the fear, or the challenge, you maintained calm control in the dream. If you panicked or faltered, you'd note it upon waking and address it in real training. The point was to stress test your mind in a simulated environment where failure costs nothing. But the lesson could be life-saving. The samurai knew that a warrior who lost control of his emotions was already halfway to defeat. Night practice was a perfect laboratory for emotional mastery. In dreams, fear could be amplified, anger could be sharper, and stakes could feel just as real as waking life. The disciplined samurai used these moments to practice remaining unshaken. When nightmares came, and they inevitably did for men who had seen blood shed, the trained warrior did not wake in panic. He faced the dream's challenge, stood his ground, and over time rewired his nervous system to meet stress with stillness. While they had no concept of REM sleep or neurochemistry, samurai understood that certain pre-sleep actions could influence the dreamscape. These included environmental cues, placing a specific object, a short sword, a scroll, or a charm, near the pillow to act as a mental anchor. Aromatics, burning subtle incense before sleep, not enough to irritate, but enough to create an association between scent and focus. Auditory triggers, a short, rhythmic chant or phrase repeated softly before sleep, meant to carry into the subconscious. These techniques preloaded the mind with symbols and sensations that often reappeared in dreams, making it easier to remain aware inside them. The dream discipline didn't end with waking. Upon rising, often before sunrise, the samurai would sit in seiza, kneeling posture, and recall as much of the night's dreams as possible. They would then analyze them. Did they maintain composure under pressure? Did they act decisively or hesitate? Were their decisions aligned with their Bushido, the warrior code? If the answers revealed weakness, that day's training would address it. This created a feedback loop. Dream challenges informed waking practice, and waking practice improved dream control. Today, neuroscientists recognize the benefits of deliberate dreaming for athletes, soldiers, and performers. Lucid dreamers often improve problem-solving skills, reduce anxiety, and even recover from trauma more effectively. The samurai's shadow duels and guided dreams were an early, sophisticated form of this. By integrating dream discipline into their nightly routine, they essentially doubled their training hours. Half in the dojo, half in the mind. So far, we've seen how the samurai maximized their waking sleep quality and how they turned the dream world into a mental gym. But there's another layer still hidden, how they use seasonal rhythms and nature's cues to decide exactly when and how long to sleep. In Part 3, we'll uncover the ancient timing system that gave them the energy of a predator and the focus of a monk.